This is a typical day of homeschooling when we don't have to go on errands or anything else that takes us out of the house, and we start our day with taking care of the pets. I learned that principle when I was very young, reading the Little House on the Prairie books and seeing how they always put an importance on taking care of the animals.
My eldest made my bed, and he actually did a pretty good job. Proud of that guy.
Making breakfast together doesn't always make making breakfast easier on me, but it really helps the kids. They feel involved, they feel like they have ownership over what they're making for breakfast, they get to choose their favorite flavors, and it's really a delight to see how much they want to participate and teach them skills in the kitchen. There's lots of fine motor skills to learn, there's nutrition skills to learn, there's measuring and math skills. It's a great place for the family to gather. These are toys from my childhood, and they're still going strong. The boys are learning some cooperative play here.
Engineer in there? Can I see the engineer? Hey, Andrew? Those engineers and all those little people, the dogs like to eat. Okay? So you watch it carefully, all right? Guilty face.
If I don't start out my day with a good breakfast, I get grumpy, so I can certainly not expect my kids to be cheerful and wanting to go on with the day without a great breakfast to start.
You're welcome. You're looking forward to your breakfast, huh? Is it delicious? Mm-hmm. Good. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. So everything's laid out for the school day, a project for me to work on for our sponsor kid, and they have their snacks for the morning, their water, and all the schoolwork that we're going to be working on for today. I pledge allegiance.
Patriotism is not what it used to be when our grandparents were children. They used to have flags everywhere, pinned with clothespins the cards for their bicycles. A love for our country is so important. I find it interesting that homeschooling is still under attack even today, even after decades of showing how kids that are homeschooled properly excel so much better than kids in public schools. And 99.9% of parents out there who choose to homeschool are doing so because they see the opportunity to give their child something that they couldn't get or couldn't get as well in the school system. That's something that is truly valuable.
You only gave me a nickel. You only gave me 5 cents, but I gave you 10 cents.
And this one-on-one time I'm able to spend with my son and really figuring out how he learns the best and making sure that I'm with him so he's not frustrated while he's trying to learn is really great for excelling how quickly he's picking things up.
Is 15. I only want 10 cents.
His favorite way to learn is participation. So he really likes me to be involved with what he's doing. He doesn't really like a workbook and just sit down by himself to do it.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. For 10. Good job. Is this a whole or a half circle?
A half circle.
Okay, this is the word half.
Half.
For the orange, is this a whole or a half circle?
Whole.
Very good.
Here's a lesson I have to learn every day because the day is full of interruptions. And just know that if it's a person or a pet who's interrupting me, they have needs.
Okay, and now we're writing a thank you card. And I would like you to put your name right here.
And I need to pay attention to that and not easily dismiss them because I'm focused on what I'm doing with teaching.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to get in your way. Recess time! Woohoo!
Recess is super important, especially for my eldest. If he doesn't get up and move around, then he doesn't have the focus to be able to sit down and learn and concentrate on what I'm talking about. So we do 2 recesses every morning for 15 minutes each to make sure he gets that energy out and he's able to get back and focus.
Yes. What sound does it make? Very good. And it is called the letter C. That is C. C makes the Remember how to trace your hand? Do you want me to trace it or do you want to trace it? You're going to have a red hand? Someone get you red-handed? Yes, you have 5 fingers and you have 5 senses. What's the first sense that I could think of? I'm doing it to you right now. What am I doing to you?
Touch.
Yes, touch. What's another one?
Hear.
Hearing. And what's another one?
Seeing.
Uh-huh. And what's another one?
Taste.
Mm-hmm. What's another one?
Smell.
You got them all. High five for the 5. Good job.
Listening.
Yes, you did that one. So I can see, but you can't.
Exercising releases natural endorphins for children, so if you have a child that's struggling with paying attention, whether that's a diagnosed issue or it's just something that you notice, get them up and moving as often as possible. It really helps. This is a variation of a fun team building game that I learned when I was working as a veterinary technician that I did with my teammates. I remember my mom doing things like this with me when she started homeschooling me when I was in 9th grade. Just getting me up and moving and trying out the different things that we were learning about that day.
Yeah, you did. Okay, you can take off your blindfold. Okay, so now you're going to be using your sense of touch. Very good. And you can also use something else to help you make things. What are you using right now to help you make things?
See.
Yes, you're using sand. Could you do it really well if you were just touching it, but you were going like this with your eyes? Would that work very well? Or do you need your eyes to tell you what you're making?
It's good.
You could still do it without your eyes? But you do use your eyes, don't you, when you're playing with sand? Do you use your sense of taste when you're building with sand?
Sense of taste?
Uh-huh. I hope not. It wouldn't taste very good. Look, Andrew, this boy who's learning about nature.
I did Awana when I was growing up, and it really, really was a help for me, also a great challenge for me.
Recess! Outside recess!
The amount of work that these guys have to do in order to pass each year is incredible. I'm just amazed to see how quickly my 5-year-old picks up on it and is able to memorize and learn his lessons.
Is it nice and warm in the sun? Who is
Now this little guy is going through an independent phase. So even though I'm getting him started here, he's going to insist on doing it himself.
Gonna make her legs yellow? Oh, you're gonna do it?
They both thrive with a lot of praise, so I recognize what they're doing and I praise them for their hard work. Not necessarily saying, oh, you're so smart, because that'll make them second guess themselves if they don't accomplish something. I praise the hard work. You worked really hard on that, and that's why you did such a great job. So for example, if I said, wow, you did such a great job, you're so smart. If they don't do a great job on something, they'll think the next time that maybe they're not so smart. And I don't want them to go away with that as the lesson.
We stopped in color, I think.
Yeah, good job.
So fine. And
Do you see that you're doing math here?
now
7.
says
Take away 5 leaves you only with 2.
I got blue.
Let's see what we have on this side.
Hey, we forgot to erase it.
Oh, okay, you erase it first. Cap up your marker before you erase it. All right, explorers, show me your binoculars. Very good. Okay, do you want to mail the letters for me?
Sure.
You got it? All right. Woo! Now, what can you hear? Let's use our sense of hearing. What can you hear right now?
You.
You can hear me. What else?
Are we making the dirt sound?
Very good. Do you hear the wind?
Oh, yeah.
What can you see?
Oh.
Woo!
Oh, I can see.
Remember, Mommy goes first.
Oh, I can see plants. And let's go in a hole for water. And
Can I just say I am super, super grateful to be living in California. The weather here is amazing, and we can go out and do all these things together. Who's that?
hi, Evie. Hi, Traya.
We got the neighborhood in an uproar. Hey, Chow Dogs. They're building houses over there, baby. No walking in front of me. Get behind me so I can make sure there's no cactus. Andrew, this way. You gotta walk where I step.
Could be cactuses and these bushes.
Not cactuses, cacti.
Cacti.
Very good. Look at what you can see. On the ground right here that's shiny. That's glass. It is trash. Somebody didn't take it carefully. It's very sharp. Maybe next time we can come out with a bag to clean stuff like that up. Now I know my ABCs. Next time won't you see? I don't know what. What is he doing? The four little puppies asked one another, and down they went to see. Roly-poly, pell-mell, tumble-bumble, until they came to There are multiple studies on how invaluable reading aloud to children is, even when they're tiny little babies. You know what type of puppies those are? Those are pit bull puppies. This story was written back when almost every family wanted a pit bull puppy, and a lot of them did have one. That was the favorite family dog in America.
Are they real?
Yes, Avine is a pit bull. Everybody loves them. Yes, all these are little pit bull puppies.
And
They take very good care of families, and they love people very much.
And do they all are they all real?
Well, this is about real dogs. I don't know if this is a real story, because I certainly would not give my dog chocolate custard.
What's the chocolate custard?
It's a dessert. So the first time he smelled something, right? And this time his ears are cocked up because he's using what sense?
Listening.
Very good. And he says, I hear something, said the pokey little puppies. I see something, said the pokey little puppy. The four little puppies looked, and they could see it too. It was a ripe red strawberry growing there in the grass. Hey, you had strawberries for lunch, didn't you? Nap time. These are books I had growing up as well. Maybe some of you have had them. They are the cassette tapes that Walt Disney put out. Now this little guy, if he does really well with his schoolwork, he gets a reward. And today he chose the award of playing Minecraft. Oh, you joined our houses. Turn around, I want to see my house. Of course, being the Gallifrey family, we do have a Doctor Who version of this game. Where are we going to take off to?
I know I can't do this one. Daddy says I can't do that one yet.
Since this is a Wednesday night, instead of going up the street and playing with the neighbor kids, we are going to Awana today. Awana is a Bible club for boys and girls. They have memorization, a story time, games, and workbook time. It's also another great opportunity for Andrew to work on his social skills and for him to learn to respect authority other than his mother and father.